Hi, I'm Jeff Vogan, commercial sports photographer based in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Well, I got my start. My dad was a big fan of photography. He used to walk around all the time and take pictures. Remember those slideshows on the weekends? And when I graduated university, my mom bought me a camera as my graduation gift. And I took pictures for years. And then I really got into it when my son became old enough to start playing in sports, and I started photographing him, and then it became my full-time career. I'm largely self-taught in that I didn't go to school for it. My degree is actually in economics and management science, which helps me on the business end. But as an inspiration, I look to some of the greats like the Heinz Klugmeyers of the world, some of the greatest photographers that have ever lived. And I try and draw inspiration from them and learn from them. I first started in my career shooting primarily action, but have evolved to also include sports portraiture. It gives me the opportunity to really document the emotion, the tears and cheers that you get during competition. You get to see the competitive spirit of some of these world-class athletes that I get to photograph, as well as some of the young kids that are competing for the very first time. So I have a particular style of photography. I like to shoot very tight, so I'm using big glass, very close. Sometimes I'm just getting the face, and they're far away, but I'm just getting the face. Again, something that the eye wouldn't see if you're sitting in the stands. That's my particular style. I shoot fast, I shoot low, so you'll often see me laying in the grass or laying on a pool deck to get that low angle. Again, something that the human eye isn't going to see sitting from the stands. You know, it's very helpful that we have the modern technology and these incredible professional cameras that allow us to exercise our creative juices. The photographer is very important because it is the photographer's vision that creates the images, but at the end of the day, what the final product is, and the reason we're doing this, is for the print at the end of the day. So that is what's going to be hanging on the wall for years to come. The meaning of photography to me is to be able to capture that moment in time that is memorable. It can be a 2,000th of a second, and it's often something that the human eye doesn't see. So if it's in the throes of action, it is something that often you can't see with the naked eye, and I can memorialize that in print. When I'm photographing portraits, either of corporate headshots, but of athletes, I often say to the young athletes that this is a picture that you can hang on the wall and then show your grandkids 60 years from now. I get to work with kids that are competing for the very first time, all the way to Olympic gold medalists, world champions, world record holders, and even a UFC champion. So I get to work with some really great athletes and brands. Meaning of success for me is, this may sound kind of funny, but I take great pride when I make moms cry, in the sense that I capture a picture of their little darling, whether it's a kid in their very first race or an Olympic champion, and I show her the picture and mom tears up. And then ultimately, a couple of weeks later, when mom sends me an email showing me that picture is now framed and hanging on their wall, that to me provides me my job satisfaction. Well, you talk to any parent and they probably have 30 or 40,000 photographs of their kid in their sports on their phone. But what good does that do them? I'm a firm believer in, if you've got that epic picture, it deserves to hang on the wall. So nothing gives me more delight than when I see people printing the images and hanging them on the wall for the next generations to see. Just wanted to say a special thank you to Wooden Sticks Golf Club for hosting us today and allowing us to conduct this photo shoot on their property. And thank you for their hospitality.